What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host Vernon. This dried up riverbed behind me, that used to be hole 33. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to shift focus trying to find some catfish, as summer is a great time to find some catfish, especially with the stocking of the ponds. Back in South Africa we have sharp-tooth catfish and vundu catfish. Often you'll hear tales of these fish growing up to 6 feet, and the anglers have adapted to this by using different types of baits, from live lining some frogs to some baby frozen chickens, even chicken livers and stuff like that, to try and catch these fish. And of course my normal go-to, using some night crawlers to try and catch catfish. But today I want to try out something different. I want to try out a new bait that I've yet to do. Today we're going to be using this, and this is how I prepared the bait. So to make this bait we need a few simple things. First off, a little Ziploc bag, some Franks and some Coolaid. Now you are literally throwing this into the water, so go for something cheap. Don't worry about the brand, you can use something cheap. And we're also adding some brown sugar, as this Kool-Aid does not have any sugar, and you need the sweetness along with the protein. We want our Franks in little cubes. Something a little bit smaller than an inch should do nicely. Now it's best to have these guys marinate in the fridge overnight, because we want these Franks to absorb as much of the flavor as possible. Alright, so I'm thinking of comparing the two baits against each other, seeing how they're doing. For that reason, the setup that I'm using today, on the one rod we have a little Carolina rig, and on the Carolina rig we have a circle hook, and on the circle hook I'm putting some night crawlers, casting that out there to see whether some of the catfish are willing to go for the night crawlers. On the second setup I'm also using the Carolina rig, but where that's a bit different is the hook that I'm using. I'm using a circle hook with an extra guard on there. The way this works is you put your baits on this little wire, and that hooks to the hook, and you set it in place, and your baits are not on the hook, they're next to the hook, meaning that should a fish grab it, so that's just a great way of keeping your baits fixed to the hook without covering up the hook. Now this particular hook was given to me by Captain Wriggler from the Wriggler Army. So if you're one of the people that participate in the Facebook fishing groups where they have these tournaments, you probably recognize the name Wriggler Army. They're the guys that often supply some golden shiners and bullhead minnows for the fishing tournaments. For the rest of us, Captain Wriggler and the Wriggler Army, they are a local business. They are focused on sustainability and environmental friendly goals. Me and Captain Wriggler are planning a video that we'll do at some stage showcasing some of their products. But for the time being, I want to thank him for giving me that hook. We're going to use that out here today to try and find some fish. People quite often ask me, do I know of any places where you can find some shiners to live line? This is a company that not only have the shiners and some bullhead minnows as well, but they also sell some live wells, and they do shipping throughout the Vegas Valley. So if you are interested, down in the description I will put some links to their website and some of their product videos as well. Just to be clear, this is not a sponsor or anything like that. I just like this company, and that's why I'm telling you about it. But we're not going to catch fish standing around, so let's get to fishing. There we go, guys, fish on. This is on our little hot dog. Lots of head shakes. I think this might be the catfish we're looking for. And there we are, guys. First one on the board, and that's on the little hot dog. Let's quickly get him off the hook. There we are, first little channel cat landed on the hot dogs. Small size, but big enough mouth to actually eat an entire hot dog. So let's get this one back into the water. And there we are, nice fat channel catfish back into the water. Alright, so if you're actually keeping score, after 3 hours, it's 1 for the hot dog, 0 for the night crawlers. But I find myself thinking about the hole we have back here. The pool back here is no longer connected to the actual lake. Now, the fish may have actually moved away when they noticed something was wrong, but there might also be some fish trapped in this pool. I mean, why leave the safety of the deep waters? So seeing how I have the baits out here with me, I'm thinking of rather fishing the main lake. I'm going to try and focus in this pool, see if there's any fish around here. If I catch anything, I can always release it back into the main lake, knowing that the fish won't be trapped in this little pool. Now I know that's changing the rules, but I feel I need to give this a try. Alright guys, we have a fish on. There we go. Nice big bluegill. This one is caught on the circle hook using the night crawlers. So that's 1 for the night crawler. But this lovely big bluegill, we're going to get him back into the main lake. Don't want him trapped in this pool. Lovely size bluegill. Nice big bluegill. Lovely and fat. I'm going to try and get this fish back to the main lake. Alright, so probably one of the biggest bluegill I have caught. So let's quickly release this guy back into the lake. And off he goes. Fish is making his way back out to the lake. I think it's a lot better to be in the main lake rather than being stuck in a pool that might dry up. Alright guys, this was that little itch that I just needed to scratch. After a few hours in this pool, I only managed to get that one bluegill. Been seeing some other fish around, but they're not interested in my baits. I generally find that midday is a terrible time to try and catch catfish. They're more nocturnal. During the midday, they seem to go into deeper waters. But I'm going to pack up the stuff, head back to the actual lake, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and get some more fish. On this line, because we're using circle hook, big chance that we have a fish on. As far as catfish are concerned. Okay, so let's get this little guy off the hook. Nice full belly on him. Also has some parasites on his mouth. Let's get the hook out. He's biting down on the hook, but you just have to remove that tip and it comes out quite easily. That's why I like using circle hooks for catfish. But smaller than the first one, but let's get him back into the water. And off he goes. And what do you know guys, we got lucky, got another catfish. Let's rebait and cast out again. Alright guys, what a weird video, I know, hijacking my own video out there. But that's the beauty of fishing, coming out here, enjoying the moment and doing whatever it is you want. But what have we then learned from this video? Well, for starters, the little hot dogs actually worked pretty well. This is not to say that the hot dogs work better than the night crawlers. They each have their own unique way that they shine and work. No, this video is more to say that if your trusted go-to bait is not working, consider maybe using some different baits, trying out something different, and maybe you'll just get lucky. Alright, but I had fun out here. If you enjoyed the video, please do give me a little thumbs up. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the big red button, hit the little bell icon next to that if you want to get notified of when I upload videos. And to end off this video, I want to leave you guys with this.
Hi, my name is Brian Maples, and I'd love to give a big shout out to my mom and dad for always teaching me to fish and growing up fishing down south. And it's awesome to meet Vernon here today.